AJ know that I was coming to the gym?
Because he read the text that you sent your dad.
How could you possibly know that?
While you were at the police station, AJ asked me to run back to the gym to get his jacket. I found it on the bench, and sitting right next to his jacket was Sonny's cell phone with your text open on the screen.
Okay, then my dad must have seen it too.
No, because your dad had already gotten into the ring way before that. He had been sparring with Sean for a while before AJ even got there, so he couldn't have seen the text message. And then AJ comes in, sits down on that bench right next to the cell phone, and reads your message.
So what exactly are you trying to say?
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
You saw that text message from my son.
How am I supposed to see a text message sent to your phone?
Because I put the phone down on the bench, you were taking off your gloves, and you saw it. You knew that Michael was coming over.
See, that's when your attitude changed. Like, you've been reluctant before, not sure about getting into the ring. All of a sudden, you're all for it.
You could have played Mr. Nice Guy, but you know what? You baited me, and you said some things that you knew would set me off.
Wait, so let me get this straight. So I'm responsible for the fact that you can't keep control of yourself.
I despise you on a good day, but you wanted more, and you got it just in time for Michael to walk in while I was pounding your head. Exactly what you planned, AJ.
What we do know is that AJ went to the gym to talk to your dad. They agreed to spar. AJ sat on a bench that was right next to Sonny's cell phone and saw the message. Michael, he knew that you were coming, and Sonny didn't.
Okay, I still don't see why you think AJ is in the wrong here.
You know, I mean, Sonny shouldn't have started beating on him. He should have been able to control himself, but I think that's exactly what AJ wanted to happen.
Okay, so what? AJ sees my message. He knows I'm coming over and somehow takes advantage of the situation.
AJ goaded your father into beating him so that you would walk in on a violent situation, which would validate everything that he has told you about Sonny. The meat hook, the threats, everything. Michael, AJ is trying to drive a wedge between you and Sonny.
I'm a little confused here. I don't exactly understand what you want to hear from me, Sonny. You want to hear, I'm sorry that you can't control your emotions? Maybe you want to hear, wait, no, let me finish. Maybe I'm sorry that you beat me up because you didn't like what I had to say.
You got what you deserved. Michael didn't.
What about Michael?
You wanted him to walk in on something that you knew would upset him.
Why the hell wouldn't he be upset watching you put your fist in his father's face?
You seriously don't know what you did?
No, see, it doesn't matter what I did. He saw what you did.
You want to be a father? Try being a man first. You got to protect your kids. You don't use them as a weapon. You want to attack me? Do it to my face. Don't attack me by hurting Michael.
I would never hurt Michael.
Yeah, you did. And for what? Because you want to make me look bad? Because you want to turn my son against me? You goaded me into attacking you. Admit it!
So what if I did?
Okay, do you know for a fact that AJ saw my message?
Well, Sonny's phone was sitting right next to his jacket. He had to have seen it.
That's not proof.
AJ knows that Sonny is an experienced fighter, right? So why would he go to the gym saying that he wanted peace, agree to spar with Sonny, and then start baiting him?
Okay, so...
Unless he had a reason, right?
So AJ, he sees my text message, and in 10 seconds, he comes up with a strategy to turn me against my father? That's a hell of a leap, Star.
Look, I know it may seem that way, but if you consider AJ's motives, it makes sense.
I'm just starting to get to know my biological father. Now you're telling me he's a snake?
No, I'm not. No, what I'm telling you is that your fathers are fighting over you, and I don't want you to get caught in the crossfire.
I can't live like this anymore, Diane. I'm lying to everybody. I'm living under Connie's thumb. It's a nightmare. The only way out is to come clean.
I don't know what the details of your arrangement are with your wife, but however onerous they may be, and I'm sure that living with Connie Falconeri is no picnic. They're a damn sight better than a stint in Pentonville. You got to trust me on this, because as hard as I've tried, I've actually had some clients end up there.
So, that's what, a warning?
Are you still on friendly terms with Michael Corinthos? Because if you are, you might want to take him to lunch, pick his brain about his time there.
I don't want to go to prison. I want Connie off my back.
Okay, that's the crux of the matter. You want to take away Connie's leverage, but you don't want to have to face the consequences of having murdered 3 people.
You worked for Sonny and Jason for how long, huh? And Jason alone, you've gotten him acquitted for how many murders, huh? There's got to be some way you can spin this, Diane. Some way you can work it so that my sentence gets reduced or even suspended.
I did just get all the charges dropped against A.J. Quartermain, but he gave them crucial evidence to the police about a man on the FBI's most wanted list. That was huge. Now, do you have something like that? Do you have dirt on someone bigger than you are? Something that might make the DA salivate?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do.
Someone from your father's past, perhaps? The head of a rival family?
Better yet, I got Todd Manning.
You and I are not in deep anything. He's your husband, he's your problem.
Hey, Todd? Hey, I'm trying to help you. Because if Johnny goes to the cops, there's no end to what he could cough up.
I'll take my chances.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because from where I'm sitting here, it seems to me that Johnny's got something big on you. Why else would you hire little old me?
Because we had a little old contract.
Oh, yes, that you and that Barracuda Diane could have shot full of holes.
Oh, thanks. I'll keep that in mind for the next time you annoy me.
Oh, I could annoy you all day long and you can't do nothing about it.
We'll just see about that.
Okay. Hey, I know. Why don't we call little Johnny boy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's do that. Let's call little Johnny boy. Tell him that you're sitting on my lap.
We have an open relationship.
So why are you so worried that he's going to sell you out?
Stop changing the subject.
I don't even know what
we
the
were
subject
talking
is
about
anymore.
what Johnny has over
You
you.
have half of my bagel, so it's probably time that I get back to work.
See. Todd killed his brother. That's general knowledge. No angle there. Oh, the cops liked you for the baby switcheroo, but Heather took the fall. See, the cops didn't have any proof that you were involved. Oh, Johnny's got proof on you, doesn't he?
You know, you should pretend to write more books with that imagination of yours.
What has he got, Todd? A picture. Eyewitness. Oh, your ears are getting red. You know what that means, Todd? You know what that means, Todd?
Stop it.
Todd switched the babies. Todd switched the babies. Todd switched the babies. Todd switched the babies. Todd switched the babies! Oh my God, you really switched the babies, didn't you?
What?
What are you doing here?
Why don't you answer Connie's question? Did you switch my daughter's baby with Taya Delgado's?
No. Didn't it? Everybody knows that I did not.
Do they?
Yeah, really. Look, there's not one shred of proof that connects me with Sam Switched kid.
So that's kidnapping, right? And it's a high-profile case. So you got that. Todd was conspiring with Heather Weber. And on top of all that, you can probably get him for child endangerment, right?
It's an interesting theory, but proving that Todd Manning and Heather Weber were in collusion about baby switching is quite a different matter.
I got an eyewitness. What? That's what you said I need, right? Somebody, some big fish who will make the DA salivate so they go easy on me?
In theory, yes.
So what's the problem?
I represent Todd Manning.
So what? So what? Because here's the deal. I'm gonna pay you to lock Todd up and to get me off. And while all that's going on, he's gonna pay you to defend him. Everybody wins.
In the eyes of the court, if I cut a deal that favors you and implicates him, that sabotages my client. That is a classic conflict of interest, and I'm disbarred.
What, so you're saying you can't help me?
Since the district attorney may have difficulty meeting burden of proof for criminal court, civil court is much more lenient. If you committed fraud against my daughter, I will be all
I
too
didn't
happy
commit fraud.
to
I gave
sue
your
you.
daughter a job. I reached out to Sam in her time
Well,
of
she
need.
didn't see it that way, Mr. Manning, and apparently neither did Connie.
Connie? Are you kidding? She's one clown short of a circus, if you know what I'm talking about.
Hey.
Well, you kind of are. Look, this is just a little game that we play. She dresses up like a jungle hero and accuses me of things that I didn't do.
Yeah.
You stole my daughter's book.
Which one? You got a lot of daughters.
I've got 3, and it's a good thing that I'm an attorney. If you publish that book, I will sue you.
Why? Well, all I know is that the book that arrived at my publisher was authored by one Connie Falconnery.
You're a liar, Mr. Manning. My daughter brought you that book. You looked at it, you accepted it, and you told her you would consider it for publication. Your associate, and I use that term lightly,
Thank you.
stole the manuscript, juiced it up, and passed it off as her own.
Oh, yeah? You got a copy of this book? You got any proof that I did that?
Yeah. I'll get it. In the meantime, I'm being very nice, and I'm offering you a chance to settle this before it gets messy. And if what I heard when I walked in here is any indication of how messy it will get, I suggest you take my offer.
You got the DA to cut AJ Quartermain loose. You convinced the judge not to throw Connie in a loony bin. You're saying you can't help me.
I might be able to negotiate some type of acceptable agreement, but I really have to get past this conflict of interest.
Oh, God, screw Todd. Cut him loose. I'll pay you double.
Yes.
Huh?
As tempting as that might be, the court would frown on it.
Oh.
Look, I just need some time, Johnny. In the meantime, keep your confession to yourself. The accident, Anthony, Cole Thornhart, his daughter. Tell no one anything.
Can't do that.
I don't mean to sound harsh, but I think you've gotten so used to dealing with your father's lies that you see the worst in people.
Okay, you're right. Yes, growing up the way that I did, I learned that desperate people do desperate things. That's why I'm not trying.
Not everybody reacts.
Michael,
like
I'm
your
just
father.
asking you to question what's going on. Judging by what's happened in the past, when Sonny or AJ get cornered or questioned or desperate, you know that they're not above using sketchy tactics, Michael. And I care about you. I don't want to see you getting hurt.
So, basically, you're saying that AJ will lie to me and manipulate me and that he can't be trusted. You sound just like my father. Wait, have you been talking to Sonny? Did he put you up to this?